This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses. This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Austin Lewis.
Hello, welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a plumber? Well, one actually might be closer than you think. Today, I have the great pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Morgan Buck with Blue Frog Plumbing. Morgan, how's it going?
It's going pretty well, Austin. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you, we are excited to learn all about your company. So let's just take it from the top, Morgan. Tell us about your company, Blue Frog Plumbing.
Yeah, so we're I think the story about how I got here is a little bit interesting, but first off, just we're a small local plumbing shop. We're located in Southeast Portland. We're serving the greater Portland area with a focus on inner Portland. We're kind of, I think, at the sweet spot in shop size to kind of be the best for consumers. We're big enough that we have a call team in the office that can take your call at any point in time, but we're also small enough that we still have very reasonable rates and can get out quickly and address things kind of more on the customer's timeline. We're really focused. I'm in this. The short version of the story is that I'm in this because I wanted to be in a more ethical operating space than I was with other kind of industries I was involved in previously. And so my real big focus here is, it's the name of your podcast. I want to be a more contributing member of my community and my neighborhood. And with this company, I feel like I'm able to contribute in that way. We're doing work that makes things better for people and having an opportunity to have a bit of positive impact, in addition to keeping our staff well paid and making sure they have good work-life balance.
Yeah, very important. And I know you touched on it a little bit, Morgan, but how did you personally get into the plumbing industry?
Yeah, so I come from a technology software background. I was a software engineer in video games and then made a transition into people management. Was engineering manager, director of engineering, CTO, and the whole software industry has been pretty negatively impacted by the presence of certain investment practices, and it's just it's gotten to be a place that's a lot harder to operate that I want to work. So I'm a people focused person. I've been really I built myself up as a people manager first. And that's really the skill set that I've been working on. I'm the person that companies would bring in when they wanted to grow a team, double the team size and create more efficient systems, things like that. And part of that involves you have to know your people incredibly well. You have to care about them. You have to invest in them. You want to grow and nurture them and help them become the experts that make your team thrive. And so when the companies that I was at sort of started trying to, exit people when they didn't need to or weren't being so great with their employees, that was a problem for me. And I wasn't very happy there. After spending some time kind of soul searching and trying to figure out how to continue to use my skill set in a meaningful way, I realized that one of the things that I've always missed working in, internet software stuff is the ability to have a direct positive impact in my local community. I always felt like, my friends were, doing work that was immediately impactful, was improving people's lives around them. They were working in the trades or they were working in medical care or something like that. And I'm doing this very ephemeral, off in the distance sort of thing that's not rooted in my local community. And so getting involved in this for me was an opportunity to both use my skills around people management, growing teams, nurturing people, which I think, has an opportunity to create a healthier team culture, which leads to better customer outcomes, and also an opportunity to be doing work that was more local.
Yeah, I love to hear it. Honestly, it's definitely very important that you get that meaningful feel from what you do on a day-to-day basis. So, well, let's transition a little bit. You know that marketing is the heart of every company. So tell our listeners how you normally well, number one, who your target customers are and how you
Yeah.
normally are attracting them.
Yeah, so we want to work directly with residential customers mostly. Again, I really want to be focusing on that, being a good neighbor, providing a positive experience for local Portland residents and homeowners. We also work with some property management companies and are trying to provide some better outcomes for renters and tenants as well. But really, it's local Portland homeowners is really the people that we want to be talking to. And again, that inner Portland area is our main focus. Yeah, I mean, I think a big part of our approach isn't on the marketing end, it's on the customer service end. We really try to provide people with just an awesome wraparound experience where you call into the office, you meet someone who's friendly, who's not trying to obfuscate, who really wants to make sure that you're super informed before we even schedule somebody to go out there. And then the plumbers that we hire are just really awesome. They're the type of people who, plumbing is their hyperfixation, and they really want to, make sure that you understand what's going on and that you're making informed decisions. Instead of focusing on upselling, we're just trying to inform people and keep them aware of what's going on with their plumbing and what choices they have. What do you need now versus what's something that you might want to think about for the future, but is optional so you can make the right decision for yourself. And so, we're already, after only, I think, 9-10 months in business, we're already seeing a pretty substantial part of our customer base coming from return customers that want to come back to us a second time. Beyond that, we're really, every trades company starts off really heavily invested in lead aggregators. And so we're using Yelp and Angie and Thumbtack and, literally everything. You have to kind of diversify across those because one of them will have a slow week and then, another one's doing better. And so you really just kind of have to be everywhere, and you really have to learn how all those systems work and how to reach out to people, quickly and informatively so that they are interested in working with you versus the 7 other people that are all trying to do them at the same time. And then beyond that, we're really just trying to go for as much organic methods as possible. We really want to be able to start attracting people via our Google Business profile. We were seeing some really good success with that in the fall before the holiday slowdown. And particularly because we're located in Southeast Portland, and so really that's kind of like the way that we want to be front and center for people who are in Southeast Portland. I mean, I think nowadays you have to think about the fact that some people are sending their questions to ChatGPT first before they do it. It's not my personal preference, but I think you have to think about, is your company visible to LLMs and things like that as well.
Well,
yeah, and then sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, Morgan, it seems like you're super passionate about this industry, and it seems like you get a lot of joy out of your day-to-day work. Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
Yeah, actually, I've had a couple of podcasts that I've started and stopped along the way, but no, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's what I want to do right now, just because my time is so taxed on things. But yeah, as a leader in software, I was on podcasts all the time on various different spaces, interviewing about the products I was working on. And there's definitely topics that I'd love to do a podcast on. I'm not sure right now that I've got time. Just trying to get a fledgling plumbing company on its feet. It's basically a 60-hour-a-week job.
Well, shoot, yeah, it seems like you are pretty booked out as far as the busyness. So when you're not, running Blue Frog Plumbing and doing all that fun stuff, what do you like to do outside of work?
My main hobby is music. I'm in a small folk band. We play at Renaissance fairs and local places around town. That's my main pursuit for fun. Also, I worked in the video game industry for years, so I'm a big enthusiast of video games. So that's a good pastime for me as well.
I love it. Well, Morgan, we are about out of time. So please tell our listeners one thing that they should remember about Blue Frog Plumbing.
Yeah, I mean, at Blue Frog Plumbing, everything is going to be transparent. When you're with us on the phone, we're going to explain to you exactly what our system and what our process is, every expense that you can expect, and you can expect the same level of transparency from our plumbers. We're never going to mess with you. We're here to make sure that you understand everything that you need and don't need so that we can help you.
All right. Well, I know there's one word on the tip of every listener's tongue, and that word is how. So tell our listeners how they can learn more about Blue Frog Plumbing.
Yeah, so we try to be as accessible via all of the methods that you're normally searching as you possibly can. So a quick Google search for Blue Frog Plumbing and Drain of Portland will turn you to all of our possible networks that you can find us on. But you can also give our office a call at 503-404-3341. That's our main office line. And we also have our website, which is at bluefrogplumbing.com/Portland.
Awesome, Morgan. Well, I really do appreciate you popping on our podcast here. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thanks, Austin.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpportland.com. That's gnpportland.com. Or call 971-626-1977.